Hey Avi, how's it going? First of all, Happy New Year. I wanted to first of all apologize for taking so long. You sent me an email with this website, about a week or two ago, and as you can tell, I'm actually still recovering. I got sick right after. Excuse me. I got sick right after New Year's, so it's been like this entire week has been really difficult for me to get back to you. But here we are on Friday, and I just wanted to make sure that I'm able to touch base with you and show you my thoughts on your website. So in the last video, we talked about the relevance of having a website and what a good SEO strategy can do for you, which essentially is taking the visibility of your brand and your services and expanding it on the internet, because people search through Google, whether it's through their cell phones, even on the computer or whatever. People are looking online for this and that. So if they're looking for a locksmith, if they're looking for something else, Google's going to show them the most relevant places near them, and not only near them, but the places that have the best SEO strategy, which is, excuse me, are they reputable companies? That's how they tell. That's how Google can tell you what's a reputable company. It's the fact that they have a strong website, that it's updated frequently, so it's always got the latest information. Google's not gonna pay much attention to a company that they update their website once a year, because that information could be out of date. Google pays attention to companies that they take care of the website. It's they update frequently. Their website's listed on other websites, so other people are talking about them. In the last video, I told you it's like a popularity contest. So who's talking about them? Are they good reviews? Are they good people? Citation work, are you listed on directories? Backlinks, do these websites point back to you? Other websites that are relevant to your niche, in this case Locksmith. Those kind of things are what help give you a strong, solid SEO strategy. And I don't remember if I mentioned this in the last video or not, but just to touch briefly, and then we'll move on. Excuse me. Having a website, the best way I could provide a visual is this way. Having a website is kind of like having a car, a good car. A lot of business owners, they don't know how to build a website. So a lot of business owners, they'll actually cheap out and go with like Wix or Weebly or something like that, and they'll create a website that takes maybe half an hour and maybe $10 a month. But because they don't know anything about developing a website, they'll just toss whatever in, whatever looks good to the eye, and then they'll say, done. There's my business, that's my company, done. Problem is, it's kind of like a guy building a car that doesn't know how to build a car. They'll put, the tires inside of the car, the engine's on top of the hood, you know what I'm saying, that kind of thing. So having someone like me who knows how to build websites with a specific strategy in mind knows how to build a car correctly. So that's the purpose of having a good, solid website. Now, the SEO side of it is putting the gas into the car to give it power to move. You can have a nice, great-looking website, functional and everything, but if you don't have the power to get it to show up on Google on page 1 for Locksmith or whatever, then it's like having a nice-looking car but no gas. So that, in a nutshell, is exactly how it works. That's the best visual I can tell you. So with that in mind, you sent me this link. I'm going to take a look at this website, and then hopefully this all makes sense so far. And I can suggest to you what's good, what needs improvement, and if you like to go forward and have me kind of help you out to build your visibility, we could go for that next. So let's take a look. Excuse me. I'm mostly better, but still kind of recovering. And now it's snowing and it's like 19 degrees outside, so it's horrible. Anyway, so here's your website that you sent me. Now I'm interested in finding out why this website, though. Let Let me take a look real quick. Here, I'll just look at this real briefly. Okay, website is not quick locksmith. More into security, net camera. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm looking at a few things here. First of all, I'm going to pull up a tool called SEO Quake, and what this does is it kind of gives you a snapshot of some stats of your website. So it looks like this domain name was purchased back in 2011. You have one backlink, one subdomain backlink, and 23 root domain backlinks. Let's take a look at this briefly, see if anything shows up. Locksmith.net. Okay. All right. So looks like that's the main one. One of the things that I noticed that is actually good for you is that the domain shows that it was purchased in 2011. Now, when you buy a domain like quickslocksmith.com, that's your domain. When you have a domain that's that old, it actually builds authority over time. So it's kind of like wine. You know, that's another example. Wine gets better as it ages. A domain gets better as it ages. As long as you're taking care of it, it gets stronger over time. So I work with clients that they've bought their domains back in 2008, back in even 1995, someone bought theirs. And maybe they've ignored it, but they could always pick it back up and build on it and make it, and it'll actually give them more juice, more power for having an old domain like that. So 2011 is pretty good. I'm gonna try another test here. I'm gonna see if your website is mobile friendly. So this is actually just someone I just did. This is a tool from Google, and what it does is it shows if your website is mobile friendly or not, if Google sees it as mobile friendly. And I'll tell you why that's important in a minute. I think I may have explained it in the previous video, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so it says it's not mobile friendly. And basically, mobile friendly is this. I guess the best way I could... Let me show you one. Let me show you... This is a website I created for my music. This is the best way I could describe what mobile friendly is. Essentially, Google is giving more promotion power to websites that are mobile friendly. Websites that are not mobile friendly, they're actually demoting them. They're actually, and yeah, that's me right here. They're actually pushing them down in visibility. So you need your website to be mobile friendly. Mobile friendly is this. You see this entire website? Keep an eye on the menu. Watch what happens when I start to shrink it. Okay, the menu went away and it became these 3 dots. So click that, and so you notice how the menu pops out here. This is a mobile friendly menu. Also notice that everything here stays within the window. It doesn't go off horizontally. This is what it will look like on an iPad probably. Now if I shrink it even more, notice how things start to stack on top of each other. This is what it'll look like on an iPhone or an Android. See these videos? They're stacked on top of each other. If I make it regular size, those same videos are now, horizontal. So that's just to give you a visual of what a mobile-friendly website looks like. It shrinks and it expands based on the screen that you have. And here's an article that I pulled up to kind of show you just more evidence. This is from mobilemarketingengine.com. It says Google will punish you if you don't have a mobile-friendly website. Now, let me tell you once more why that's important. You're a locksmith. Now, in your area, clearly you're not the only locksmith. There's others, in close proximity to you, within about 30, 40 miles. there's other locksmiths. So if they all have websites and they're all trying to compete on Google, if let's say, you know, this other locksmith in your area has a mobile friendly website, but you don't, whenever somebody looks up a locksmith in your area on Google, they're the ones that are going to be given more power. They're the ones that are going to climb more on Google. Yours is actually going to be pushed down. So instead of being on page 1, which is where you should be, you'll actually drop to page 2, 3, so on and so forth, as more websites that are mobile friendly start to pick up more steam. Does that make sense? So the reason why Google's doing this is because going forward, majority of people are shopping and looking up information on their phones. This is, to be honest, if you look at the statistics, most online shopping, the majority of online shopping going forward for the last few years have been on these, not on computers. People still shop on the computer, but the amount has dropped so much because these are so much more, they're easier, they're more convenient. So because there's such a strong emphasis on these phones for shopping, for people finding services, people are going on Google on here. So that's why Google is giving more power to websites that are listed here. Does that make sense? That they are mobile friendly. So right now, your website is not mobile friendly according to Google, so that can hurt you. We should take care of that. So one thing you got going for you, your domain was purchased back in 2011, so you got a little bit of authority. One thing that's hurting you, not mobile friendly, so we need to rework this website. Let's see what else. Okay, you got some good stuff going here, because if you want to rank for all these other places, you should have a page for each individual place. There's debate on whether you should have it listed on the home page or not. It really should be, if I'm in, let's say, Las Vegas. If I'm in Las Vegas, they really should be that I'm in Las Vegas, I type in locksmith, you pop up. If I'm in San Francisco, I type in San Francisco, you pop up. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't really have to link it back to the home page, but there's debate on whether that really hurts or helps. So I could look into that more to figure that out for you. Let's see what else. These are images, right? Or are they? Yeah, save image as. Another good thing you have going for you is the call to action seems to be pretty strong on here. This is a problem that a lot of business owners have, is that their call to action is not very obvious. What I mean by call to action, you have the phone number right here. People have a retention rate of 3 to 5 seconds, 3 to 5. So in that time, if you're not telling them, hey, I want you to call me, or hey, I want you to redeem this coupon, then you've lost a potential customer. So it's important that you do this. Here's some things that I would recommend for you, Avi. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I think it's Avi, right? Here's what I think you should do. There's 2 types of people when they come to your website. One, the type of person that will click on the phone number and call you. 2, the type of person that doesn't want to call but would rather you call them. To get those people, you need a form on every page. So I would put a form, like, let's say, get a quote, and fill this form to get a quote. I put that on this page, and I put it on every page. Why every page? Because on Google, you don't really know which page is going to rank better. For some people, for whatever reason, the home page doesn't rank very well. Sometimes it's the about page. Sometimes it's, maybe the services page. So, to expand, to optimize the amount of visibility, to optimize, the call to action, if you don't ask, you don't get. So put a form on every page. It may not look magnificently pretty, but we're looking more for functionality. We're looking more for landing sales, not, oh, I'm pretty. You know what I'm saying? Service areas. So there's service areas, but what about a services page? I would expand on that. Well, hold on. You have auto. Quick response automotive. Okay. So if I click on one of these, I guess it goes to sorry. I guess it's not going anywhere, is it? Body. Okay. Alright, well, I mean, this is good information. Oh, for this quick response. Okay. Oh, I see what's going on. Home, emergency. Got it, got it. Okay. Well, these are all good. I wouldn't... Actually, I would do some things. I would check all this to make sure, me personally, if I'm working on this for you, I would check all this to see, excuse me, to see if you have good qualifying keywords in here. And in fact, I could do something for you. Auto, I put a description here. Let's see, is there a link to the home page if I want to go back? Okay, yeah, right here. And one other thing, I think I may have mentioned this in the last video, content is king. Google is smart enough at this point to know which websites are just filling their websites with, you know, just random keywords, or which websites that have good, strong, solid content. Whenever I work with a client, the content that I put on the homepage specifically is about 1,200 words. And the reason why you put 1,200 words is because most competitors don't have that many words on their homepage. The idea is you want to outdo the top 3 competitors on every level. And if you do that, you've pretty much guaranteed yourself to rank really well for that search term. So let's do an example. And I'm pretty much done here. Just wanted to show you this. So looks like, what is the main home for this? I think it's New York. So let's just go ahead and click on New York here. The only thing here is you need addresses for these things. You could even get P.O. boxes to help you with that. But you need addresses for these. Otherwise, it's not really going to rank that well. So let's say quick locksmith. And the other thing is, in the email you said you wanted to focus more on security cameras. Now, we can definitely do that. The only issue is this is tailor-made for Locksmith. There's nothing here that I see just at first glance. Maybe I'm missing it, but there's nothing here at first glance talking about security systems. It's all Locksmith stuff. I don't see. Where does it say security system? I don't see that. So my question to you is, AV, do you need another website done specifically for security systems? If that's the case, then yeah, we can rock and roll it. But if you wanted to incorporate that here somehow, I need to know what you're thinking of, because this looks specifically for locksmiths, and if that's the case, it should stay this way. But anyway, let's just see how this looks on Google. Locksmith, New York City. I mean, I could probably take the city part out. Okay. So here are the locksmiths, the top 3. So what I wanted to show you, and I think I showed you in the last video, and these may not be the same ones, but Metro Lock. Let's see. This is the organic search results. Yeah, you're not on here. Anyway, so what I'm going to show you is what I told you a moment ago about, topping the competitors. What you want to do is you want to top these 3 guys. So you want to top them based on how many citations they have, meaning how many directories they're listed on, how many backlinks they have, meaning how many other websites are pointing back to them, and other things. How much content is on their homepage, how many keywords, qualifying keywords they have in the content, that kind of stuff. So let's take a look at ART locksmiths and compare it to you. Oh, and also mobile friendly helps too. So I'll see. I don't think these guys are mobile friendly. No. So they're probably not going to be on page 1 for very long. Oh, another thing that helps, just FYI, videos from YouTube. Not just videos in general like Vimeo, but YouTube videos. If you have a YouTube channel, use it, because guess who owns YouTube? Google. So if you want an added boost for your website, showing Google that you're using one of their products, YouTube, will make them take more notice of you as well. So if you had videos on, tutorials on how to build a key or something like that, or how to tell when your car needs a new key or something, if you created videos like that, threw it on YouTube, and then put them on your website, that helps a lot. So these guys did that, which, this is a video from YouTube. Let's see, content, very little. So I mean, just looking right away, I think these guys should be pretty simple to, compete with. Let's see, SOS Locksmith. And I'm not even looking at their backlinks or citations. I'm just looking at first glance. Maybe they have strong citations, which is why they're on page 1. So, a few things to keep in mind. Now, this looks like a strong website. Call to actions on top. They have some content here. So this content, keywords like key duplication, locks, ironwork, so on and so forth. They don't have a lot of content. I'd wager it's about 500 words on the homepage, and I'm just eyeballing it. But the structure is good. So it looks like they have a lot of content here. Videos, get an estimate, see? Get an estimate, upload an image for a quote. That's pretty cool. So there we go. So these guys look pretty strong, except I don't think they have that much content on their homepage. But again, they could be rocking it with the citations, backlinks, etc. Here is Paragon Security. Get a quote. So they have the phone number on the top. Call to action is good. Let's see, content. It's kind of slow here. So another thing that'll hurt them is, the page load time. I think they have a lot of fancy stuff going on in the background. It's causing the page to load slowly. So Google actually will hurt, it'll hurt your ranking if you have if you have a slow page load time. Again, this is just like quick 5-second glances at them. It looks like they have some good content, but again, I mean, basically what you want to do is you want to top them in every area. So if I, beefed up your site with 1,000 or 1,200 words of content, and this is readable content that people will actually, an average person can understand, and it is filled with, keywords that's about your business, then that helps the reader, but it also helps Google as well. So those are the 3 right there. And again, we could look into the citations, we could look into the backlinks, we could look into all those other things. But ideally, these are the 3 to beat. So if we were to create a strategy around these 3 guys and optimize your website in every area that those guys have, then it should be very, very easy to get to page 1 here, listed in the organic rankings, and also in here. And because you are listed, because you want to list your services in other areas, like besides New York City, that's also something we can do as well. It's basically the same strategy. So if you go to Locksmith Las Vegas, why not? Well, here's the 3 in Las Vegas: Papa Locks, Silver Eagle, and City Locksmith. So same process. The only thing is that, to get on the map side, on this thing here, you need an address. So, it's not enough just to have the page like in Albuquerque, right? It's not enough. I mean, this is relevant. Yes, this is good, but it's not enough, because to get on the page, the map side, and I've said this in the last video too, 70% of all search traffic stops here. Okay, because it's visual, quick links to website, directions, you can see the reviews, you can see location. 70% goes here. The rest goes through the organic. So you need a physical address. Now, the problem is, well, what if you're based out in New York? That's cool. What you do is you get a P.O. box into every place that you want, and you use the physical address for the P.O. box. And that's something that can help you set up. You use those addresses if they allow it, and then you put that information here, and then you use that information in your citations, so on and so forth, and that helps to establish you to get, to be viewed on these map listings. So if you really want, I'm telling you, if you really want to optimize the visibility of your site on all these places, then that's a strategy that we need to take. And that's pretty much it. So I guess my question to you is, this is Quick Locksmith. It's not a security system thing. And I honestly, just my personal opinion, if you want to focus on security systems, I'd recommend building a new site, a new website for it. Not to put it on here, but to build a new website. Because if you have one website that has two main focuses, it loses its authority. This is a Locksmith website. It needs to stay a Locksmith website. If you have a security system and you want to, make that its own thing, then it should have its own website. And that's my personal opinion on that. If you feel, because you know the industry better, obviously, if you feel that Locksmith and security systems go hand in hand, like they're pretty much within the same vein, the same venue, then we could go forward and put both on this website here as well. So your choice. But I would love to work with you. I would love to, build a final strategy for you and go forward with, getting your website to be strong, like the vehicle that we talked about, and giving it gas to be powered up and go. Now, the SEO is a monthly thing because, like gas in a car, after some time, the gas wears off and the car stops running. The reason why I bring that up is because, for instance, let's say I get you up here and I get you up here, right? So now you're getting, all this attention, people are calling you and everything. Well, here's the thing. Papa Lock, Silver Eagle, City Locksmith, they're still around. So they may get, a guy like me to help them. And if they get these guys monthly pumping in SEO work on them, then even though we're on page 1 and on top of the world, if we stop doing SEO, these guys who are continuously doing SEO are going to climb higher and higher. They're going to get back up there. And then because you're not doing it consistently, you're going down, down, down. You had SEO work done, but you're not keeping it up. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much routine maintenance. That's what I'm trying to get at. So just something to think about. But I'll leave you with that. We're already at 28 minutes. I apologize for that. I really wanted to get this video to you, and I want to apologize once again for taking so long. Holidays and getting sick, it's not fun, but I'm back, and I just wanted to, thank you so much for taking this time to watch this video, and I hope that you can get back to me as soon as possible and see what we can do about this. So looking forward, I'm very excited to your new ventures with the security systems and this website here, and I hope to talk to you soon. All right, have a great day.